Whether you call it a sabbatical or a mini retirement, taking time away from a stressful job to reset your priorities can be rewarding and extremely educational about what it is you actually want from life. Hi, I'm Rikki, an advice-only financial planner with Abundo Wealth, and I want to share what I've learned from my own experience as well as my experience helping clients build plans for a successful sabbatical. When I talk about sabbaticals, I'm just talking about an extended, purposeful break in between employment that gives you the opportunity to learn about yourself or explore passions. It's more than a vacation because we're talking about months or years rather than days or weeks, and it's not quite retirement because you're expecting to return to some type of work when it's over. Before I took my sabbatical, I felt like I was so busy working that I forgot what I was working for. Then one day my wife said, "Hey, let's quit our jobs and go travel the world." Now to some that may have sounded crazy, but to me it was the right idea at the right time, and we did exactly that. That time away allowed me to reset my priorities and realign my work goals. So where do you start? Well, like most financial goals, you need to save for it intentionally. That starts with creating a detailed budget that includes your ongoing expenses like your rent or your mortgage, as well as expenses that you'll incur during sabbatical, like travel. Once you've identified this number, open a separate account, label it sabbatical, and start regularly contributing to it. Then once you've saved up the right amount of cash reserves, you'll feel both mentally and financially prepared to take the time off. And the next step is requesting the time off. More and more employers are opening to the idea of sabbaticals or even offering them directly as a benefit. So talking to your employer ahead of time may give you the option to return to work, if that's what you want to do. If you don't have that luxury, you're essentially quitting. And if that's the case, you want to make sure you've thoroughly read through your workplace benefits, looking for things like vesting schedules or any post-work benefits that you might be entitled to. Now, you don't want to have done all of this work to just waste the time off. So the most important thing is having a plan. That includes a short-term plan like the budget that we talked about, but also a long-term plan of how this time off might impact your other life goals like retirement or buying a house. But there's also a plan of how you're going to spend your time. It's okay if it's a little bit vague since exploration and freedom are part of the deal, but what are you going to do with your time? If you at least have a rough idea of where you'll be and what you want to accomplish, you're ahead of the game. I'm grateful that we decided to take a full year off because decompressing from the corporate world took a lot longer than I anticipated. But the time away ultimately gave me the opportunity to reevaluate the role of work and money in my life. It also cleared distractions. It's hard to even think about major changes when you've got the constant pressure of small daily tasks and deadlines to meet. Ultimately, I was able to return to work feeling refreshed and re-energized with a newfound focus on my priorities. I like to think of a sabbatical as taking part of your retirement now. It may ultimately delay your actual retirement a bit, but I think that's a fair trade-off. So if you're interested in a sabbatical and not sure how that might fit into your plan, we're more than happy to help you build out a plan that gives you the confidence to do just that.